apocalypse.
Hi guys, welcome to High Temp Airsoft. I'm Jake and today we're going to be talking about Cyma shotguns. So firstly we're going to have a look at this. I'm going to just pop this on here real quick. So here we have the long version, the long barreled version, and it really is a surprise. Now this is around the 55 quid on the market. It's a 1-to-1 scale shotgun. It carries one shell at a time, and here are the shells. Carries one shell at a time, and each shell holds 30 BBs. So you pop it in the bottom just like so, shut the door, and she is ready to go. To prime the gun, you just pull the primer back, pull the plunger back, and that has now loaded 3 BBs from that 30 round shell into the barrel. Now or shall I say into the barrels, because inside this metal outer barrel are 3 inner barrels. So every time you cock it, it loads 3 BBs in each barrel. 1 BB in each barrel, and there's 3 barrels. When you pull the trigger, that will then shoot 3 BBs out, and they will stay together in a really tight grouping, about the size of a fist. I have actually put an apple out at around 20 yards, and I shot it 3 times, and I had 9 BB marks in the apple, and then that was at 20 yards. Really, you guys, for CQB, you're not really going to be shooting too much further than that, but this gun will reach distances, not massively accurate, but will reach distances of 40 yards. So guys, features of this gun, again, metal outer barrels. The body is plastic, the trigger guard and the trigger are plastic. The safety button is also plastic, as well as the stock. Some rubber butt plates there, plastic plunger, and also you've got the metal sling mount there. What else? Some nice little markings, as you can see there, on the gripper, which is going to be handy just to keep hold of that gun. Not that it kicks at all, I just mean if you're sweating and whatever have you, you know, it's nice to have that, and the texture and the feel. Also guys, you can unscrew this, just like so, quite a few threads on it, and you can slide that off. You've got your sling there, you can keep that on and put a cap on, just in case you prefer running it as a single shot. If I haven't already said guys, this is shooting around the 300 FPS, and so for 55 quid, a gun like this with a shell, metal outer barrel, you know, 55 quid, 1-to-1 scale, 300 FPS, what a cracking piece of kit. You can't really ask for much more than that. Nice safety switch on it, and a nice clink on that spring. It really does, it really is quite satisfying. I'll just pop that down there for a minute. Also on this bottom piece, I'm not 100% sure, I think it might be to wire a torch into the button that's on the grip there. It doesn't click or anything, it's just a bit of sponge, so a bit of rubber, so I think you can post the wires of the torch through the barrel, feed it all the way down, and maybe you can put in a touch button for your torch, and that's where I think this comes off. So you can unscrew that just like that, and that comes off, and it's completely see-through. Again guys, these are metal parts, so nice good quality. Sometimes it's a bit hard to get those threads in, but once you found them, they do spiral in really quickly. It's just a little tricky to get that squared away, and we'll get it there. I don't know why this is, but once you do have it, it does straight up like that. So what we're going to go and do now guys is look at the what I like to call the baby version. It's a little more Gucci, it's got a few more items on it and accessories. Some don't come with the gun, some have been put on, but we'll take a look at this now. This is the smaller version, and just to show you the actual size difference between the two, we'll hold them up. So there's the short and long version. Now there are some differences here. Obviously this is going to cost you a little bit more. You've got the door breaching flash hider on the top with the serrated edge, and believe it or not, they are actually really sharp, so please be careful. If you do get this, be careful that you don't end up poking somebody on the top of the head. I have actually done that. and that video will be going onto the channel. I have actually hit somebody on the top of the head with my gun when they popped out of nowhere and scared me. It was a total accident, felt really bad, but it does happen, so just be aware that they are really spiky and really sharp, and that is made of metal. Coming down the gun then, you've got this. It's removable, and that is your front iron sight. Just see there, that clips on like that, and you have to line her up like so. There's your cap, guys, which I explained on the other gun, which you can get, and you've got the sling mount. That goes on there. You've still got the little rubber part there, so just in case you can figure out a way of running your torch or whatever through it. Also on this gun, that the other one doesn't have, is the Weaver, the 20mm Picatinny rail on the top for any attachments. For example, if you want to run a sight, tactical sight on there, you can do that. If you wanted to run just a laser on there, I've seen guys do that, put a little laser on there, and then they just use the laser, which is for a shotgun. Bearing in mind this has 3 barrels as well, I think you can see it. And I have emptied these guns as well, but I'm hoping if I just move that around in different angles, I'm hoping you can see those 3 barrels in there. This one's a bit more solid, so opposed to, so you can really tell the difference. This is going to set you back a little bit more. To be honest, trying to find a price for this has been an absolute nightmare. I can't remember, so a mate of mine bought this. I can't remember how much he paid for it, and nor can he, but this is the more expensive one. Same sort of thing, exactly the same style. You just do that. It's a little bit stiffer, so you've got to give it a knock sometimes, but the shell goes in the bottom there. Also, it's got the shell rack, which has got is plastic, but it's got the brackets on, which are bolted to the gun. Same action on the sides, guys. Pulls back the side tray. It's got the same safety switch just by here, just to stop that trigger coming in. Same markings on the grip, exactly the same sort of stuff, same buttstock. It's still got the sling mounts underneath this strap here, and then if you needed to carry any more BBs, which I don't think you will if you've got all them on, but if you need to carry any more shells, you've got a little storage space in the back you can add on if you want that idea. This, guys, I prefer this one. It's really nice, handy. If you get the sling on there, you can just hang that on your back, and then you can pull it round and away to go. Really nice little gun. This is obviously going to be better for CQB than the other one, but the other one has actually got slightly longer inner barrels, and therefore is going to give you that tiny little bit more range, because the BBs are slightly more stable, as you know, because they're stable in the barrel, and the longer the barrel, the longer the stability is on the start of the BB's flight. When I've shot these side by side, that one does shoot just a tiny bit further, and also it does shoot a tiny bit tighter. These tend to start spreading. I done the 3-shot test on the Apple again with this gun, and I had 7 BBs, and this one had 9. So you know, in the Apple at 20 yards. But this is a lot more easy to manipulate in CQB if you want to poke it around, because it's a lot shorter. The swap, it's just a lot more, you can manipulate this a lot more than the big one. I know there's only a small difference, but that small difference certainly does mean a lot more. You can see as like it's a lot more slower to move around, just because, you know, it's such a longer platform. You know, you're talking it's that much longer again than the small one. So they're the shotguns, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like. If you would like to know anything else about these guns, feel free to pop in the comments. As far as specs go, they're pretty much exactly the same. You know, they're both 300 FPS. They're both the same make and model. One's got a few more attachments than the other, one's shorter than the other. Other than that, they're pretty much identical. Holding them up like that. Again, you can put these attachments on this gun. That's no issue at all. But they are exactly the same gun, guys, just the short and the long version. So thank you very much, guys, for tuning into this video. If you want to see more content, head over to the channel and check out my other videos. I've got plenty more videos due to come, so I'm really excited about that. If you like this particular video, please hit that like, drop a comment if you want to ask any questions, and if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and hit the bell icon for to be notified for more videos. If you haven't already, guys, head over to Facebook, High Temp Airsoft Group Public UK, and there's a ton of stuff on there for all of you guys to get involved. Loads of questions, you know, Q&As and stuff like that. Loads of information there. I've learnt a lot off there off myself from some of the lads on there. Today I had a good schooling about the different Vortex optics and prices on them. So you know, it's every day's a school day when you're on that site. So again, guys, thank you for your support. But for now, it's goodbye from me, and it's goodbye from the High Temp Airsoft Group.